Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, they're holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Hello, everybody. How do you refresh on a phone and a TV? I'm not quite sure. Manuel. Hello, Nabel. Courtney. Sashina. Oh, yes, thank you. Look, how cute. How cute does my hair look? Oh, my God. This ain't no Felicia, unless you're gonna call me Felicia. I hope everybody is doing well. Thank you, Nabel. What a day. I've had a busy day. Hi, Rose. Oh, Sashina passed her review. Woohoo! Yeah, exit and restart. That's a good idea, Manuel. Give that a try. Anyways, I hope that everybody is good tonight. We have some court to watch. It's something that I got yesterday. It is exceptionally hot here today. Like, as hot as it could be. So, please bear with me as I sweat. Oh, I'm literally sweating my balls off. If I had balls, they would be sweated off. Anyways, I am so glad that you're here. I'm so grateful, that we're all together today. Yeah, thank you. You guys love it? It's my real hair. I'm so happy. I think it looks great. I'm very thankful. I have a very talented hairdresser. And she just happens to be my sister. It is a little darker on the bottom, but that's just because of, this is all my hair that I grew. Ah! And we did foils, so in reality, there's a lot of gray hair in here. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. Now, what the F was I thinking that we were gonna watch? Is it this one? I guess. Let's give it a try, shall we? Oh, congratulations. Yes, I remember you saying that. John, congrats. Okay, hold on. I need to go to this setup. Oh my God. Whew. We cut off more than a foot of hair. Probably more like a foot and a half. My hair was down to my butt. Out of control. Woo! Oh, apparently I watched it in 2. You left enough hair, natural hair. I'm not, nobody's testing me. But we definitely did not leave. Well, actually, there would be natural hair in there because it was foils, not all over hair. But, I don't know. They probably wouldn't like that. Oh. And I do, like, over flip it right now because I'm used to having a lot of hair to flip out, and she really thinned it out, which was great. Great for the summer. It's so fucking hot.
We're on the record. This is Wilbarger County cause number 30263, styled in the interest of Lucilia Cervantes, docketed in the, hold on. Sorry about that. Give me just a second. In the 46th Judicial District Court of Will Barker County, Texas, we are here on the Attorney General's original petition and suit affecting the parent-child relationship. Present in the virtual courtroom is Marissa Calderon. Ms. Calderon, are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
Also present is Martin Cervantes Jr. Mr. Cervantes, are you ready to proceed?
Yes.
Representing the Office of the Attorney General, Ms. Whitney Coontz. Ms. Coontz, are you ready to proceed?
Ready, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Ms. Calderon.
Ms. Calderon, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can lower your hand. You may proceed, Ms. Coontz.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, what is your full name?
Marissa Calderon,
What is the full name of your child on the case?
Lucelia Cervantes,
Okay, and what is Lucelia's date of birth?
11/21/24.
Okay, who is Lucelia's father?
Martin Cervantes Jr.
And you and Mr. Cervantes signed an acknowledgement of paternity for her?
Wait, me or him?
Oh, you, ma'am, did you sign an acknowledgement of paternity for her?
Yes.
Your Honor, I ask that the acknowledgement of paternity be placed in evidence as State's Exhibit 1.
All right, do you have any objection, Ms. Calderon, to that exhibit, the acknowledgement of paternity being admitted into evidence?
No.
Do you have
Bill, thank you so much for high maintenance hair care products. I love it. There's actually no product in my hair. She didn't use anything. She blow dried it with her fancy blow dryer, and then she did something with it. It was a straightening iron, but it's curly. Again, these are the magic tricks of a hairdresser, y'all, that I don't know. But maybe I'll learn. Tomorrow, I'm sure my hair will be straight, but it'll still be good. I'm excited. Also, thank you, Bill. Maybe with that money, I can go ahead and learn how to curl my hair.
any objection, Mr. Cervantes?
No.
All right, State's Exhibit, is it A or 1, Ms. Coontz?
1, Your Honor.
Okay, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. And, ma'am, are there any concerns with your address, and other identifying information being in the court order, including any concerns you may have with a non-party who could access the information, through the clerk's office when the order is filed?
Meaning like for anyone to know?
Yes, is there anyone you believe would cause some type of risk of harm or harassment to you or the child if they had access to your information through the public record?
No.
Okay. And if you were to move, would you have any concerns with updating Mr. Cervantes on your new information?
Yes.
Okay. And what has happened to cause you the concerns?
The last about 2 months, it wasn't as bad as the previous months or the month before this last month, but he would he would come to my grandma's house unannounced or would go back and forth at my apartment that I had lived at before my grandma's without saying anything sometimes to either of us.
And has he done or said anything that gives you concerns about about that other than the showing up unannounced?
He's threatened to kill himself a few times. The last few weeks, I mean, it's like every Saturday. If not, then it'll be like on a Friday. And then he'll say that he's gonna harm.
Cellulite Yoga Pants, thank you so much. I can assure you the color is not green gray, but what's funny to me is that's the color that is pulled out of the green screen. Oh, you want to see? Here's what we'll do. We're going to remove the curtain for a minute, literally. I don't really like to do this, but I'm doing this for my hair. If you're watching this for the case, you can probably get over it. Hold on. Firstly. Secondly. There. Does it, I mean, maybe it is sort of green. It is quite close. But it's blonde. KCC was replaced with a hot blonde tonight. And for the foreseeable future. I think that's back to normal. Anyways, or I might not have I might have forgotten my not death filter. Yeah, I did. Now I look sort of healthy, but it is very hot. But I'll post a picture on Discord. And yes, everyone's name is fucked up. It's not me. I did the hair, or I was responsible for the hair, but I was not responsible for the names. That is YouTube Daddy. Woo! You know, sometimes if I don't tune my green screen properly, my eyes disappear. It's fucking creepy. Creepy, I tell ya. Also, does anybody want to take me on a date tonight? Because I don't feel like cooking. Hey, good looking. Do you feel like cooking? Oh, thank you, Brooklyn. I just think there are a few gay divas that will come up to my hair and touch it and be like, okay, all right, yes. But I know everybody's screen looks different and everybody's coloring looks different. And I'm using a chroma key, so that is pulling all of one color out.
Himself because I won't talk to him or I don't care or anything like that.
Okay.
And then he'll be drunk trying to get our daughter too. And of course,
Okay.
I don't want her going with him like that.
Okay. So do you have some visitation concerns due to some alcohol use and threats to harm by Mr. Cervantes to harm himself?
Yes.
Okay. And do you know when approximately he's sent you messages indicating he wants to harm himself?
This previous Saturday on the 9th.
Okay. And do you believe that there are some mental health concerns?
I feel like yes, because it's just a constant thing over and over, and obviously I feel like he's abusing alcohol for things that that he can't really, I don't know how to explain it honestly.
Have there been any instances that have led to the police being contacted?
Yes, we had to call them that Saturday like 2 times.
Okay. And what was going on at that time?
I was out with my cousin and Martin was there too. We were in the same place at a VP at the bar, and I was talking to one of my friends, and he just kind of came up to us mad or whatever, and we had talked outside of the bar. I was like, I don't want you to go to jail. Like, I just want this, like, everything to be okay. We obviously went on about our business like nothing else happened. I talked to his cousin. I was like, oh, can you just make sure he gets home or whatever? Like, I don't want this to be happening right now. And then he was just blowing up my phone, talking about another guy and me sleeping with people. And then I obviously didn't answer. And then my grandma had texted me that he had left. He was asking for Lucelia for like 20 minutes. Martin also let me know that he had just left my grandma's. And I was like, okay, like, well, don't answer him anymore, talking to my grandma. And then he was saying that he was going to go back. My grandma said that he was back. So I had came home. My cousin had brought me home, and the cops were already here. And they talked to him, and then he passed the that test that they do or whatever.
Okay.
And they ended up letting him go. His mom pulled up to my grandma's to get him, but I guess, I don't know. This is just what I'm seeing from a distance. I guess he didn't want to go with her, so his aunt had came and got him, and she drove his car while her husband took him. And then I got a text later on saying that he was going to come back, and that he just wants to let me and my grandma know something. He just wants to say something to us and whatever. And the cops even said that he had let them know how much he drank and that he had drank a lot and that he was drunk. And at that time I was asleep, I guess, when he actually did show up. He walked to my grandma's. My grandma, we have a Ring camera, and she was looking at the camera, and he was outside waiting. She just called the cops. She didn't even go out there, and they ended
Okay.
up arresting him.
Okay. And do you know if there are any charges currently being related to that incident?
I have no idea.
Okay. And do you believe that there there should be restrictions on alcohol use to protect the child when the child may be in Mr. Cervantes' care?
Yes, I wanted to ask about maybe doing some kind of test before he gets her and after, and once it's a consistent thing, I mean, I have no problem with not doing that eventually later on, you know?
Okay. Are there concerns with any other substances or drugs?
Um, I I know that he did smoke. He said that he doesn't weed, but this tends to happen. I mean, we've been in each other's lives for like 4 years, and I've noticed, like, if it's not alcohol, it's weed. If it's not weed, it's alcohol. And I think the only time he's ever actually been sober, I mean, that I know of, was when we were together. But I mean, before and after that, it was just off and on of alcohol and weed.
Okay. What do you believe would be in your child's best interest as far as potential visitation with the child's father?
I mean, we had been doing visitation at his dad's. Like, I would leave her with his father and his stepmom, and he would see her there. And he had no problem doing that until child support got a hold of us about court. And then he was like, you filed it on me. And I said, no, you did it yourself. and he wanted to drop child support, but I refused to. So, I mean, I still would like to do that. I would like to have supervised visits because I don't trust him
Okay.
to not take her around that.
Do you believe the visit should be supervised indefinitely, or do you believe there should be a certain number of supervised visits and then unsupervised?
I honestly have no idea because I don't know when it's gonna stop.
Okay. And did something fall through with the way you had been doing visitation after you found out you were coming to court?
Yes.
What changed?
What changed? Oh, fuck. This is not the case. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just remembered. Okay, well, thank you, NPC. Because of thee, I remembered. So we'll watch this case and then we'll watch the one I meant to watch. And it won't be as short of a show as I thought. Imagine that. Thank you so much.
He had after we had found out that day that we were gonna be coming to court for the hearing or whatever, he had told me to take her to his dad's, and even before that he was meeting us up there to get her, but he didn't want to see me, I guess. I dropped her off, and then after that, I guess he went and got her. I don't know, because my sister's dad lives on the same street, and I was taking my sister her stuff, and I seen that his car wasn't there. So I asked him, I was like, "You're not with her?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Okay, where's your car? I don't see it." And he said that he was at his mom's, which I have no problem with his mom seeing her, but I know that because of the court child support stuff, it obviously changed. You know, we had been doing what we were doing, and then all of a sudden it changed. And he was like, "I'm not doing this to be petty or anything, but since we're going to court, I'm going to be taking her anyways, so what's the difference?"
Okay, so am I understanding correctly that the two of you had previously agreed that there would be supervised visits at his dad's house? And that wasn't a problem up until court came around, and then he took the child when he was supposed to be having a visit at his dad's house. He took the child and went to his mother's separate residence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything else that you believe the court needs to know from you to take into consideration when addressing visitation?
I'm sorry, you started cutting out.
Is there anything else you believe the court needs to know from you to take into consideration when addressing visitation?
Um, I don't think so. I'm just very, like, emotionally and mentally exhausted with it not being about our daughter, and then at the end of the night, it's about our daughter. It's like holding something over my head to control me, and I just don't know what else to do anymore.
Okay. Is there any time period that you believe the court should look at some retroactive or back support?
Do what?
Is there any time period you believe the court should look at some retroactive back support?
Back support?
Yes, ma'am.
Like what is that?
So support for the time period before this hearing.
Not for my spine?
Oh, no.
Okay. And what health insurance is currently available for your child?
She has Medicaid right now with
Okay.
Mary Group.
And do you know at this time if other insurance is available at a reasonable cost to you?
My other insurance?
Is there insurance that you know is available at a reasonable cost?
Yes.
Okay. And how much would it cost you to have your daughter on other insurance?
Actually, I'm not sure how much. It's the insurance with my job at the state.
Okay. Um,
I had it, but I don't know.
Hold on, you have a
Okay.
job at the state?
and she's not currently covered on that, is that correct?
No.
Okay. And I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Calderon, just to clarify, whenever Mr. Cervantes did have visitation and they were supervised by his father, what was the time frame? Was it over a weekend? Was it just a couple of hours? How did y'all work those out?
He would just get her on the weekdays. It was just whenever he asked for her, and I would say yes. And it would be from like 6 to 8 or 3 to 6 or 7.
Okay. All right. And do you have any problem with his mother supervising those visits as well?
Not necessarily, as long as she can communicate with me. I know me and her have our differences, so I think that's what makes it hard a little bit.
And since the child was born, was Mr. Cervantes at the hospital?
Yes.
And since the child was born, has Mr. Cervantes paid you direct support to help you support the child?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next witness, Ms. Kuntz.
Your Honor, the state calls Mr. Cervantes.
Okay, Mr. Cervantes, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
You can lower your hand. You may proceed, Ms. Kuntz.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, what's your full name?
Martin Cervantes Jr.
Okay, and what do you believe would be in your child's best interest as far as visitation?
Well, I did have a drinking problem, but I've come to realize that it's really not a good idea to do. And I've been working on it, and I've told her a few times, and it's more or less like can't really show her. All I could do is just tell her. And with the visitations with my dad, I only did that just so I could see her, because really the baby lives with her. So that was really my only option, and I've been doing it. But
Okay.
I didn't really have to. I know I didn't have to, but just to respect her and what she wanted, I did it. And when I found out, I asked her if we could cancel it, just because the previous time she didn't want to do all this. So I was like, hey, maybe we could just, be cool and figure it out.
Okay, and what is there any specific
Can we be cool and figure it out, Mikey? Thank you. I appreciate that. It feels great. I wish I was going on a date tonight. That's the only thing missing from this day, but you're making it better, baby. Thank you. Also, these people are fucking. They were obviously a match made in heaven, deserving of each other. Look at the judge. She's closing her eyes. She's counting down the minutes till she can take off her headphones. Oh, that check mark. Looks so good on you. Anyways, let's keep going.
Requests you have on visitation?
If I could just get her a few days and like I used to, like just tell me a few nights and that was it. I'd let her know if anything happens or if I'm gonna go somewhere with her.
Okay, when is it that you were doing that?
It's been a while. Uh, I'm not exactly sure when or when's the last time.
Okay. Um, do you have access to any health or dental insurance the child could be on at this time?
No.
And where are you currently employed?
Woodard Electric.
Okay. Do they pay you an hourly rate?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you have an hourly rate there?
Yeah,
What's your hourly rate?
$12,
And how many hours do you work per week?
40.
Okay, and how long have you been working there?
Going on 2 years now.
Okay. Do you have any other minor children besides the child on this case?
No.
I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay, and you know what? I forgot something, Mr. Cervantes. When I was asking Ms. Calderon questions, I should have given you the opportunity to ask her questions. Mr. Cervantes, do you have any questions of Ms. Calderon?
No.
Okay, Ms. Calderon, do you have any questions of Mr. Cervantes?
No.
All right, any other witnesses, Ms. Kuntz?
No, Your Honor, the state rests.
All right, the state is rested. That means they have no further evidence, no further testimony. Ms. Calderon, do you have any further evidence or testimony?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Cervantes?
No.
All right, close, Ms. Kuntz.
Your Honor, the state asked that Ms. Calderon be responsible for applying for a government health plan for the child, and that Mr. Cervantes pay monthly medical support of $75 per month and guideline child support of $353 per month beginning September 1st, 2025. The state is also not asking for retroactive support. We do ask that Mr. Cervantes be responsible for the court costs in the matter and request the court's determination on the conservatorship and possession and access, taking into account the testimony given today. We do ask for a non-disclosure finding for Ms. Calderon and the child's information in the court order.
All right, Ms. Calderon, do you have any other requests other than those made by the Attorney General's office?
No.
Mr. Cervantes, do you have any other requests?
No.
All right. All right. I do find that Mr. Cervantes has a duty to support. An acknowledgement of paternity was signed by both of the parties. I will grant the request by Ms. Calderon regarding the non-disclosure, and I'm going to order that the parties communicate through app close. It's super important that Mr. Cervantes and Ms. Calderon are able to communicate with each other about the child and leave all of the other noise outside of that. So if you're not able to communicate effectively through your phones at reasonable hours of the day, then that's why I'm ordering app close be used to communicate. I am going to order an injunction against Mr. Cervantes that no alcoholic substances shall be taken 12 hours prior to or during any possession and access with the child. Also, no unannounced visits are to be made at Ms. Calderon's house. Actually, even driving by, if I know it's a small town, but I would avoid even driving by. So I'm just going to say no unannounced visits. All visitation will take place at a public location or at the home of Mr. Cervantes's father. Mr. Cervantes, what is your father's name?
Martin Cervantes.
Martin Cervantes Sr.
Yes.
All right. And the exchanges will take place at Martin Cervantes Sr.'s home. I am going to order the parties be named joint managing. I'm going to name Mr. Cervantes as the sole managing conservator of the child with the exclusive right to determine the residence of the child without regard to geographic location. Mr. Cervantes will be named a possessory conservator of the child. I will order Ms. Cervantes to maintain health insurance through a government health insurance program. And this is the possession and access I'm going to order. The child is under the age of 3. I will order a Thursday visitation, or the two of you can agree to any type of visitation that you want to, as long as you reach an agreement. If you cannot reach an agreement, then these court orders will be there as a guide. So I'm going to order Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. with the visitation to be supervised by Mr. Martin Cervantes Sr. or at the home of Martin Cervantes Sr. And in addition to those weekly visits, I will order possession and access on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Saturday following the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Fridays of the month from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays for 10 periods of possession, with those being supervised by Mr. Cervantes or someone that is designated by Ms. Calderon. After the 1 to 6 p.m., it will be one night overnight from Saturday at 6 p.m. I'm sorry, I'm changing that from Friday at 6 p.m. to Saturday at 6 p.m. So one night overnight for the child. Again, these will take place at the home of Martin Cervantes Sr. For 10 periods of possession. After that is concluded, those supervised visits and one night overnights, it will go into a standard possession order. At this point, if Mr. Cervantes is still observed with having the issue of alcohol or any other substances, Ms. Calderon may request a test prior to any subsequent possession and access. So that's either an alcohol test or a drug test at the cost of Mr. Cervantes. So Ms. Calderon will be able to request that test prior to moving into a standard possession order in which visits could be unsupervised. Does that make sense, Ms. Calderon
Yes.
and Mr. Cervantes?
Yes.
All right. Current child support will be set based on a gross income as testified to by Mr. Cervantes, $12 per hour, 40 hours a week, $2,080 per month is the gross income for one child. I'm going to order cash medical support of $35 per month beginning September 1st, 2025. Current child support will be set at $361 per month beginning September 1st, 2025 and monthly thereafter. No retroactive child support will be ordered. Court costs will be assessed against Mr. Cervantes to be paid 1 year from today's date. Does that address all of the issues, Ms. Kuntz?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any party can ask for a new hearing on any of the issues I ruled on by filing a trial de novo with the Will Barker County District Clerk's Office within the next 3 days. It must be in writing. It must specify the portion of my ruling in which a new hearing is being requested, and notice must go out to all of the parties. Ms. Coons will draft the order that I've ordered today, submit it to me for signature. Once I have signed it, copies will go out to each of you. I appreciate you being here. That concludes today's hearing, and you're free to disconnect from the Zoom meeting.
That's true. Although I like the way that the other judge says it. And if there is nothing further, then this Zoom meeting may be ended for all. Same with this. I know I said another case, but I lied. It's too hot. I'm too hot. I need to be naked immediately. So I hope that everybody has a great rest of your night. Thank you for all the compliments about my hair. Thank you for all the warnings about it looking green. It's lighting. It's not green. I promise. I promise. I promise. Now I'm gonna have to learn about some green screen stupid shit, but I'm gonna do it naked. That's the deal. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. We have a morning show tomorrow. That's right. Together for Coffee and Court in the morning. I will check out the Huron County jury trial before deleted. Hopefully they leave it up tonight. I'll do it soon. And I am so thankful that each of you are here. Do me a favor, remember that I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.